wish it was me every night.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I'm so glad you're here. Happy Eve of Christmas Eve, I think it is. Oh my gosh, hang on. I have holiday lights for that. Wait, I have a little DJ situation going on here. It can make it look like I have too many toys in the studio. We're having way too much fun. All the eggnog is flowing. All the things are happening. All the good stuff. But today we're talking about the top 5 strategies you should be implementing in your travel business in 2022. So if you want to learn what those strategies are, how you can leverage them, and how to get them in place before we launch into 2022, that's what we're talking about today on the show. Keep on watching. All right, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell over on YouTube. And I want to thank you again for making us the #1 channel for travel agent education on YouTube, which blows my mind. And we've had so much growth on YouTube. Thank you for sharing our channel, being engaged, showing up, doing the work. I love you guys so much. And if you're new here and you just came upon this video, you might not know who I am. My name is Cyndi Williams. I have been in the travel industry for going on 30 years now, pretty close, 28, 29 years at this point. And I own and operate my own award-winning, nationally recognized travel agency, but I'm best known for being the CEO of Careers on Vacation, which helps people just like you become, launch, grow, and supersize your travel businesses all over the world. And if you're new, just type a little "I'm new" in comments. I would love to welcome you to our community. And listen, let's get started into today's content because we have a great show planned for you guys today. I know so many of you are doing like the rest and reflection time period. And in the travel industry, we do get like this weird little break where like this week, everybody's traveling and nobody's calling us for vacations. This is not downtime. This is your time where you really get to like reflect on the year. Like, did you get what you wanted out of your life, out of your business, all of the things, all of the feels? And I hope that you did. I hope that you were thriving in every way possible. But it's also a great time to talk about what do you want to do differently next year into 2022? Is there an area that you want to grow or push yourself or do different things? So of course, this channel, we're not talking about going out and being on the diet, but we're talking about what you can do in your travel business, right? I gotta turn my holiday lights back on. I only get to use them for like one. I think this is the last show I get to use the holiday lights, but having so much fun with those. So we're really talking about those top 5 strategies. And I want to start by asking you guys a question. You could pop it down in comments or just tell me below. This helps me also create new content for you. That's one of the things I'm working on in the next 2 weeks is I literally spec out all of the videos we're going to make, the next 100 videos in the next couple weeks. So tell me like what strategies do you wish you knew more about? That's what I would love to know. And then we're going to talk about some of them today, but what strategies are you curious about? What do you want to know more about? And what strategies are you thinking about for your business for next year? Like, what would you love to get implemented? Maybe you see other people doing, or you're wondering like, oh, how are they doing that? Tell me that stuff in comments so I know how to create more good stuff for you guys. But I want to get into, we're just going to kind of power through these strategies and tell you guys exactly what we're focused on the agency side of the business and what we're kind of sharing and helping our clients that are in our Careers on Vacation mastermind. We're helping them really develop some thought around and how to prepare their businesses and things they should definitely be thinking about for 2022 and how to execute these. So the first one I want to say, and this might seem like common sense, but I want you to like reignite what you're so passionate about with travel. So like if you got into it to do adventure travel or river cruises or I know, right? Some parts of the world are still like, we have all of the guidelines and restrictions and things. So I know you're still dealing with some of that stuff, but I want you to remind yourself why you got into this business and what you love most about it. Because as I work with hundreds of travel entrepreneurs and corporations and things every single year. And it's funny because I can, whether it's a CEO somewhere or it's a travel agency owner or it's someone who just started my program 6 weeks ago, the people that are most successful, they really stay true to what they're passionate about and making sure they're leaning into it and doing it in a big way. I have seen people that have come to me after talking to other, coaches or people in the industry, and they'll say, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. They come to me and I might have questions, I might say, well, what is your vision for it? Like, tell me more, like how, and then we'll kind of piece it together and help them. I never tell someone that something's not going to work, but I do help them figure out the best way for it to work, to give it the best chance to grow legs and take off, right? I have seen the weirdest niches take off, you guys. Like, I don't want to share my clients' private information, but like they'll come with an idea and I'll be like, that is really left field. Let's think about how we would map that out. And we'll just go to work on it, right? But when they are passionate about it, when you are passionate and you have that dream in your heart, like that is like the thing that just gets you up every morning to keep working on it. Like I said, I always tell people Careers on Vacation was a dream in my heart for 20 years and I didn't act on it. But when I did, it turned into this, like one of the biggest consulting companies in the world for travel entrepreneurs. It's just like, why didn't I do this 20 years ago, right? Like I love what I do every day. I'm so passionate about it, but it's like keeping that seed of like passion in everything that you do. And I always say my life's purpose is actually not to run Careers on Vacation or even to do these videos. My life's purpose is to inspire people to follow their bliss into abundance, right? Whether that's being a culinary chef in France, being a florist, or work in your travel business. If you're doing those other things, you got to go talk to someone else. Travel business is all me. But the point is, like, I know my purpose in life. My purpose in life is to help people on that path of abundance, but following their passion, right? Like what's going to make you happy? What's going to make you fulfilled? How do you want to show up and serve the world? How do you want to serve the world? That is my question for you today. In fact, I want you to put that in comments. How do you want to serve the world? If you can answer that question, maybe you need time to reflect on it and that's okay. But when I answered that question for myself, everything changed in my life and everything changed in my business. And I think it will for you too. So that's the first one. Get clear on what you're passionate about and stay true to that as you grow your business. All right. Second strategy is I want you guys, and I know I just said follow your passion, but I want you to follow your passion, but I also want you to have parachutes in place and I want you to have little stop gaps to help you through the next year, because we still have, like, if you're passionate about an area that people can't travel to right now, it's going to be tough to make money if you're selling travel, right? So how I want you to pair that first strategy with the second one is, if for some reason you have areas that you sell that are impacted or people can't travel, or maybe there's vaccination requirements now and some of your clients aren't vaccinated, you're dealing with different dynamics in your business. So I want you to have some stop gaps. I want you to have some parachutes. I want you to have some backups. And I want you to pick some areas that you can sell, whether they're domestic or easy to travel to. Find those destinations in Mexico, Caribbean that are a little bit easier. They have, the certain ones have different regulations that are easier than others. I want you to have a few of those that you can have in your back pocket, so you can at least, they might not be the things you're most passionate about, but just so you can have that stable income and balance and manage your cash flow through whatever's happening. You can still be working on your dream and how it's going to explode post all of the crazy, and that's fine too. But I want you to protect yourself that way. Okay. So that's the second strategy. Make sure you have some travel friendly options you can have in your back pocket in addition to your main niches, if your main niches are things that are a little bit harder to get to right now. All right. Number 3, this is one I have been training forever, since the beginning of time, since I started my company. But I feel like this year is more important than ever. And it is expert positioning. How are you positioning yourself as an expert? I'm just realizing I think this hat is wool and I'm allergic to wool, but I'm going to ride it out, you guys. We'll see. I might have a rash on my forehead tomorrow. We'll find out. But let's talk about expert positioning for a second. So one of the things that I have, like I said, I've trained since the beginning of time, but why is it so important this year? Why is it so important? Here's the good news. People are coming to travel agents in droves. Like, you guys, I have people that just started in my program 3-4 weeks in, and they're like, oh my gosh, I already have leads. I already have sales that are happening. Can you help me with this? Like the sales are almost coming too fast. It's freaking them out. But hey, we call that a high class problem to have. But here's the thing. Consumers are not looking for just anyone, right? They're looking for that person who is skilled, they're confident, maybe they have a certification, right? So those are areas where if you have any of those things already, that's awesome. You need to project that, portray that, talk about it, market it, right? One of the things we do for our Careers on Vacation clients is that Careers on Vacation is a certification program. You have to get into the program, you have to do the work, you have to launch your agency, then you get a certification. Once you have the certification, though, this is how consumers can recognize, oh, they're a certified travel agent. That's a big deal. So whether you use our certification or someone else's, I mean, I wish you love and abundance no matter what, but whatever you have right now, think about using that. If you don't have a certification, maybe consider getting one. But whatever you do, another thing that you can do for positioning yourself is really, you need to get out there and talk about the things that you love. You need to share more knowledge. You need to lean in, which is going to take me to my next one here in a second. Actually, I put this all in the same one. Otherwise I would have had 6. So I'm going to expert position / lean into educating people on the things that you sell. If you make yourself the go-to person that talks about Hawaii on YouTube, or the go-to person that talks about Disney, or I'm not saying the go-to because I know that space is crowded with vloggers and things like that, but the place where you can be that something different is you can say, I'm a travel agent and here's my recommendation. So don't be afraid to overshare. Like, look at my channel, right? Like, you guys, what video are you on? 172? Like, how many videos do I have that help you become a better travel agent? And I do these because I love to educate and I have a heart for wanting people to do great in their business. And I know some of you are going to say, wow, I really resonate with Cyndi. I want to work with her. I want to grow. I want to do better. And my business is not hurting because I share and I give and I give and I give, right? In fact, it's the opposite. Who are people thinking of when they're like, I want to grow my travel business? They're like, Cyndi Williams, let me find her. Where was that video on YouTube, right? So I want you to be that person in the thing that you sell. So like, talk about the trip to Hawaii. Talk about how you'd put an itinerary together. We have some new cool tools coming for you guys in January that I can't wait to share with you, but that are going to help you with this expert positioning too. But in the meantime, make a list of just 10 things that you could create content-wise, video-wise, or different ways where you can share and start to become that person that people are like, oh, I know who I can talk to about that. I'll give you a perfect example. We were in Jamaica for Gold Digger, which is like our annual retreat that we do for all of our graduates from all of our programs. And so we were there unrelated to the travel agency. I mean, of course, the agency booked the trip, but the point being is when I was there, we were at Jamaica, we were taking pictures, we were sharing them on social media, and I was saying, oh, and a little bit about this resort, and oh, here's some things you can do. And I was just sharing again I was doing this from my agency page, sharing what I love and kind of like, hey, this is what's going on. I can't tell you how many DMs I got, how many quotes we got that said, oh, I see you're in Jamaica. I didn't realize is that an easier one to travel to? Like, not just because you stay up on the information all the time because you're in the industry. I promise you, your friends and family are so overwhelmed with like, where can I go? Where can I not go? You need to lean in to that right now and understand, be the person that is out there modeling, talking about what's open, what's not, what requires vaccinations, what doesn't. That is such an opportunity for you guys right now because people don't know the information. And if you might be talking about Jamaica, but they might call and go, well, what is it for Hawaii? Right? And just because you make a video on Jamaica doesn't mean you're going to sell 50 Jamaica trips, but you might sell 50 trips for different areas because people see you as the expert and know that you know the information. Do you see how that's different? Do you see how that feels different? You need to be a travel agent right now and you need to showcase what that means to people. It means I know the information you need to know. If you can solve someone's problem, you can charge them for it. Does that make sense? Okay, I hope that does, because that's a big one. Like, don't underestimate expert positioning, especially this year. And I also, like, I keep saying this on videos, but I hope you guys are hearing me. The work that you do in 2022 is going to set your business up for the next decade. It just is, because this is the time where travel agents are so in demand. 3 years from now, who knows? Maybe COVID will be not a thing anymore, I hope, right? And we're not dealing with such crazy stuff anymore. And then people are going back to more internet booking. But if you are doing the work that you need to do now to build those relationships and have that trust level and really wow people with your service and put all those best practices in place, these are people that will come back to you again and again and again. You're going to be the one that they know, like, and trust, and that's why they're going to buy from you. So don't underestimate number 3. Woo! I'm on fire today. We need to take a little break. Hang on. Let me go back to my live stream. I'm just going to Get my little elf girl up real quick. Is this the cutest thing, you guys? Do we love the new studio graphics? Can we just get a little love for our little elf girl? Okay, back to work. Let's get to number 4. All right, number 4. This is one I talk about all the time, especially with new travel agents. They'll be like, I tried a promotion and it didn't work. And I'm like, it's because you don't have anybody following you yet. You have no client base. You're on day 7 of being a travel agent. If you put a post out, it doesn't mean hundreds of people are going to come want your services, right? So here's the thing, wherever you are in your business, and maybe you struggle with like lead flow. If you struggle with lead flow, I did a great video last week that talked about how to increase your metric, like just make minimal increases in your business and how that can literally double or triple your income. So go back and check that out too. But if you're trying to market before you have a base built, it's kind of like one of those things where all the marketing that you do will work that much better if you have a base. What do I mean by base? I'm talking about how many clients do you have in your database? How many emails are on your email list? How many people do you have following you on social media, right? All of these things are opportunities for people to get to know, like, and trust you. The rule of marketing is they need to see you 7 times before they even know you're a thing, before your brand even resonates with them. So building a base, both socially, both online and offline, making sure that you have people that you can send your offers to, send your marketing to, makes a world of difference. When we did stuff back in November for Black Friday and all of the things, we built these campaigns out months in advance, but we were just hitting buttons. Send it to this 30,000 people, send it to this 10,000 people, send it to this 50,000, because we have a huge database that we've grown over years and years and years. That takes time. And we have a great social media following. We have a great YouTube presence. All of these things help us in all of the things that we want to connect our clients to, right? So I want you to challenge yourself this year to do a better job of building your base. If you don't know how to do these things, yes, we train you these in our Careers on Vacation Mastermind, but if you're doing it on your own, you got to get serious about this stuff, guys. It really is important, and it helps you be so much more successful when you really commit to doing it on a bigger level. And you don't have to do it all, but do 2 or 3 really, really well, and I promise it will transform your business. All right, last one. Once you have a client base, and again, you have to have people in your database before you can get sales funnels really rocking, but is sales funnels. So once you start to build a base, once you have leads coming in, once you're doing things like lead captures and lead magnets and things like that, and maybe you have a baby database of 100 and then 500 and then 1,000, and then it kind of escalates from there. But the point is, the minute you have enough people in that database, you should be creating sales funnels to again, do all of the marketing things that you need to do, everything from expert positioning to presenting offers to doing all of the things that you need to do. Having a good strategy with sales funnels is one of the things is so critical. Now, it works so much better once you have a base. So I want you to balance those 2 things together. And I don't want to overwhelm you. I know sales funnels seems like, oh my gosh, how do I do that? But just even if it's on your long game radar, as you build your audience, that's the next step for you. And if you do have a database, I also have this client consult that calls in all the time. Oh yeah, I have 3,000 people in my database. I'm like, okay, great. Let me see your sales funnels. I'll be like, what's a sales funnel? I'm like, you're sitting on a gold mine. This is going to be the easiest money you ever made. Let me show you, right? So it's one of those things where look, guys, this job requires you to do 2 things really well. Be a travel agent really well, know how to run an online business, how to market, how to reach your clients, and how to close those sales. That online business part so many times is taken for granted, and it's why sometimes you guys struggle. So I hope that this video is helpful. And listen, if you struggle with things like, how do I market? How do I close better sales? How do I position myself as an expert? These are all things that we train you in our 12-week mastermind, our ASTA affiliated program, which is called Careers on Vacation. This is the one you guys have heard about, the one with all of the case studies on YouTube. This is my 12-week mastermind where I walk you through how to become a travel agent and how to successfully launch, run, and supersize your online business. You don't just work with me. You also work with a private coach. You also work with my entire team of experts, the same team that took my business from multiple 6 figures a month to multiple 7 figures a year, you guys. We just hit that this year. Our business doubled again this year, and you get to work with the same team that I have in place. These are people that would be out of reach for most startup agencies to hire a Facebook expert, to hire someone who can consult on your branding, to hire a mindset expert, to hire a private coach, to hire all of these things. That's why the mastermind format makes it so much more affordable, especially if you are a home-based or you're an experienced agent. We have 2 learning tracks. If you're brand new, then you're on our new agent track. And if you are experienced, but you're not getting the leads you want, all of those things that you want to just grow and supersize and get past your plateau, then we have an experienced agent track for that. So whichever one would be a fit for you. The first step is to reach out to us and book a call. You can go to careersonvacation.com/ready-now and just talk to us about what your goals are. And if your goals are a match for the program, then we'll talk to you about how to apply for Careers on Vacation. And boy, guys, we are almost filled up for the January class. So please, please, please get those in. I know the first couple weeks I know are sold out for sure. So if you want to get in, now would be a great time to do that. So guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I just want to say happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Merry everything, whatever you celebrate in your home, from our family at Careers on Vacation to your family, wherever you are in the world. I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world. I'll see you guys next time. Is it New Year? I'm not sure if we have a video next week or not, but either way, I will see you guys soon. I love you guys. Bye.
It's calling me, like the rainbow, It's calling me, like the rainbow.
Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.
It's calling me.